Hey guys, Redrix here. I hope you're doing well. I just want to take a minute of your time because I'm going to talk about a sensitive topic of mine that I wanted to talk to you guys about because I know it's going to be something that I eventually wanted to talk to you about. And that is me and the channel. Again, we are living the amazing life right now as Destiny 2 Guardians as Into the Light has only succeeded players' expectations, and Final Shape looks to be one of the best expansions out there if Bungie plays their cards right. Obviously, remain optimistic since Lightfall, but it does look amazing with the new subclass, the Dread, and all the amazing changes, and of course being the final expansion in the Light and Dark Saga. So, I wanted to speak from my heart, because that's what I really want to do. I feel that I have made an amazing accomplishment here on my channel. No matter what topic I did, I was able to cover and put in the work to be something that I never thought I would. And I met and I've had a lot of supporters throughout the way. And I want to say thank you. And I love all my fans. I love all my supporters. I love you guys to death. But I would love to have some support and some feedback during this time. I feel like with Destiny 2 leaks as being a very sensitive topic, it has led myself to this area of unease and scariness. And with it being this, it probably is one of the major reasons why my channel underperformed in the last couple of months. And I'm scared to see what to do next. I'm very scared, as obviously a lot of my friend supporters have, or other channels that I've been great friends with, have left the game. And the majority of the topic that I cover now, majority of the people that I, get my sources from, they're a very negative fan base. They are not the best. A lot of people in their community are negative, as well as a couple of the prominent figures. And it has put me in a very bad area. So obviously I love covering a topic. If I didn't, then I would have stopped years ago. It's not the best, obviously. I don't think you can grind and make a community like every other, creator out there on the Destiny, network by doing this said topic. However, I feel like a creator, if they love something and they find excitement and enjoyment in it, I love doing it and I can do it. I find that even though not everything that I put and say out there is guaranteed, I try to put the best foot I can as an 18-year-old teenager to put the best thing I can for credibility and transparency. I just want to put it out there that even though I've received a reputation in the last couple of months or a year or so of not being the most accurate creator, I want to apologize personally. Because if I've offended you, or if I've definitely made you angry or annoyed about a Strife subclass or something, I apologize. Because again, I'm not the best creator out there. I don't think there even is a perfect creator, except for Mr. Beast. But I want to be better. I want to try better. To be the best creator I possibly can be, and covering many variety of topics. But I need you guys to support more than ever. I can't do this alone. I'd really appreciate if I could get some support here. I would love for all of you to join my Discord server, which will be linked down below, or post it in the comments here. Just some friendly feedback, and if you want to get into a one-on-one chat with me, I'd love to hear that as well, because there's nothing more than I love than my fans. I want to put that out there. So there has been a lot of stuff since I've last posted a leak video. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go to data mines and then go to leaks in sort of a way, because there has been a lot of things that have been sort of combining the two and making them very similar in my eyes with a lot of the intel and covers that I've gotten. So we're going to start off with the most recent stuff, the stuff like we got today, like the PvP maps, and then we're going to go into more up until, I believe, Echo. So we got a lot of stuff that we got to cover, so let's get right into it. So starting off with next week, you guys know, or may not know, we still have another exotic mission. There's still like one little piece to Into the Light that we haven't gotten, and that will be the returning exotic mission that you would receive Outbreak Perfected. Now, this exotic mission is one of many fans' favorites. And there's a lot of stuff that has been data mined already for it. There's a new quest called Acid Projection. And this will be the basic exotic quest to get you Outbreak and then get all the Outbreak quests to make it masterwork and get all the craftable nonsense that you probably would have gotten if you'd done the Whisper quest. And there will be a new exotic ship, which you have to do a little bit of secrets for. So let's get just right into it. We're going to skim through this quest. So basically, you got to visit Ada, right, on weekly reset next week. You're going to complete the exotic mission. They're just the standard quality, because obviously there's a normal and then there's a hard difficulty. And return Ada, and boom, that finishes off the Acid Projection quest. Then there will be 3 additional quests, which will be just called Outbreak Refined 1, 2, and 3, which basically is very similar to helping get, that enhanceable traits for the Outbreak, those other craftable traits which you can enhance. To start off with the first quest, it will get you Rapid Hit. Basically got to defeat Fallen in the Cosmodrome with the Siva clusters. So go to the Cosmodrome, obviously. Only need 20 clusters. Pretty easy. Then you're going to go and finish the exotic mission 0 hour on Legend difficulty. Complete the exotic mission 0 hour, and boom, you go back to Ada and you get the Outbreak Refined first quest done. Then you maybe have to wait a week or so for the second quest, which will get you Rewind rounds, which a lot of people have been very excited about. You basically have to go to the Exodus Garden to a Lost Sector in the Cosmodrome, and you have to claim 10 Siva clusters. I don't know if that's just completing the Lost Sector, but you just have to complete it a couple times. Maybe, I don't know if it grants 2 or 5, but you got to complete the Lost Sector. Then you have to go do 0 hour on Legend difficulty, and then you got to complete it and return Ada to get your second quest done. And lastly, if you want to get the third quest will come out the week after that, and that will get you Headseeker, which is definitely an amazing trait to have on a pulse rifle. Got to defeat Fallen in the Devil's Lair Strike in the Cosmodrome, and you have to do 20 enemies like that before. And then you got to go to the exotic mission 0 hour on the map and do the Legend difficulty. And you will also complete that and go back to Ada. I just want to point out there as well that there will be switches in this quest that you're going to have to do in the Legend difficulty for each of the 3 quests. There will be switches. We don't know any of those things yet, but I'll let you know. There will be switches when you do the Legend difficulty that you're going to have to toggle. And with those respective quests, they have said, like, for example, Outbreak Refined first quest, you're going to have to toggle the first pair. The second quest, you're going to have to toggle the second pair. And the third quest, you're going to have to toggle the third pair. So with the addition of doing those switches with those quest lines, you'll be able to get all the traits you want for Outbreak. And there's going to be some other things, a lot of other things that I want you to know about. Now, one of the big things is that there will be a brand new exotic ship that will likely come from secrets within the 0 hour. It's a nice ship, by the way. You actually can see it in the game. Pretty cool. All right, let's go into Pathogen. Pathogen will be the next major activity, and it's active right now for 2 of the difficulties, the Atrix and Oryx. I've been stuck at Atrix with LFGs for like 6 hours. Can't get past it. Hopefully your guys' luck is better than mine. And we've had the first quest for Pathogen go live last week, which you'll be able to do now if you haven't done it yet. And you'll just have to do a run of the Atrix Pathogen, and you'll be able to obtain either Eyes in the Morrow or, I believe, was it Touch of Malice? I don't remember. I think it was Conditional Finality and Touch of Malice. I forgot the 2 other exotics. Might be Conditional Finality. I don't remember. But you can only acquire 2 exotics out of the 5 that you can. Basically, the 5 exotic weapons that are obtainable in Pathogen are Conditional Finality from Root of Nightmares, Touch of Malice from King's Fall, Collective Obligation from Vow of Disciple, Eyes of Tomorrow from Deepstone Crypt, and 1K from Last Wish. You can only receive 2 at the moment, but as you know, you'll be able to go along and get more as you do harder difficulties. The second quest will come out, I believe, next week, and you will have to complete a run of the Pathogen Rolk or Pathogen Nezarec. Just want to put that out there. Pathogen Rolk will be 15 power above you, and that will be 6 bosses. And I believe Nezarec, which is the last Pathogen difficulty, will be 20 power above you, Guardian respective power level, and it will also have Riven, so it will be 8 bosses. Yeah, it will be a pain in the ass. Good luck. And that will come out in the next week or so, and that will wrap up Pathogen's difficulty so you can get all the triumphs and the Godslayer seal if you're into that. Also, something to point out, the famous Paul Tassi put out a list of weapons that would be returning to the loophole for Final Shape. And yes, we did see in the, or if you missed it, in the Final Shape gameplay review, that the perfect Paradox from Season of the Dawn shotgun, if you guys know, the Saint 14 shotgun, really awesome shotgun, would be returning with the Final Shape. So that would be like the returning weapons. And then it was later leaked that Season of Dawn weapons will be making a return, as we haven't seen them yet with the reissued perks and all that in Year 7. Can't believe that's Year 7. And now with Bungie actually resetting, or that's what we're going to call it, I guess, resetting all the original legacy weapons, as no longer weapons will have a power level or some crap like that. It makes all the legacy sunset weapons back effective again in endgame activities. And previously, before we heard this announcement, Paul Tassi put out a lot of weapons like Ignition Code, Redrix's Broadsword, Ringing Nail, Kindled Orchid, Chrome Rush, a lot of the amazing other infamous weapons that you've obviously, if you played the game for a while, that you probably love, like my Bygones from Gambit, please. I love that thing. That thing is going to be amazing. And Bungie has said that a lot of those amazing weapons that you may have loved back from the years will be coming back in, a majority of them will be coming back in new ways to obtain them. And it will be reset with brand new roles, and it will have new origin tricks and all that amazing stuff. So the Delirium will be coming back. Maybe the Mindbender's Ambition, Breachlight, a lot of the amazing weapons that a lot of people loved. Better Devils. I don't know if anyone liked that gun, but it's coming back. So a lot of those weapons, now that will be effective again, they will have more ways, they'll have new ways to obtain them with new changes, if you haven't seen that yet. Going into some of the other things, there will be some leaks ahead. Let's get right into it. One of those big things with the next leak is that I wanted to make it clear that the next enemy within Echoes is not this sole divisive. It's actually the wide Vex collective. So all the Vex, not the sole divisive. It looks like the sole divisive will be done after the mission that we go into the Black Heart at the very end of Season of the Wish. And that last mission will come out hopefully 2 weeks before Final Shape comes out. It could come out anytime now. And that last mission, we'll get an awesome cutscene, perhaps. And that will basically wrap up the sole divisive, to my knowledge, in Season of the Wish's story. And then basically, with Echoes being more about the majority of Vex, the sole divisive would not be a main thing to worry about, which is pretty nice, because obviously they've been definitely a very interesting an interesting group of individuals. Going more into that, because a lot of people have been asking more about Echoes, it does look like Venus will be returning as a patrol zone. Majority of Venus leaks has been coming out about it, and it has been shown that this Echoes episode will also feature as its seasonal weapon, as obviously these episodes will still have a season pass. They will have Red Death as the weapon. We had Dragon's Breath with this season, being the last season and all, but still as the exotic. The Red Death looks like to be the one that's going to be carrying the season pass for Echoes. There will be a lot of Vex-themed armor, old D1 style, in particular to the Vex that you may have known. Praedyth will be playing a huge character, which I've said countless times at this point, for the episode. A lot of Vault of the Glass stuff, if you're into that. Be a lot of that. Will also be centered around mastering Prismatic and learning more about the Vex. And obviously being more of the collective Vex, not the sole divisive, really makes the things a bit interesting. We don't need to be stuck in the Black Garden for another 10 hours doing another Garden of Salvation raid, because holy shit, that raid sucked. We will actually be going in more with the Vex and actually hopefully implementing a storyline with the Vex. Because the Vex has had no storyline at all. Sorry people, sorry you Vex lovers, but there's no lore there. It's just weird robots that go around all the time. I want a good story with the Vex. Give me one. There will be very elaborate secret missions and puzzles in this episode, and one of them, a person that apparently is anonymous, has said that Bungie plans to make a very elaborate Secret Destiny puzzle that they've ever had in the episode. Apparently, it'll be a very interesting episode, and there will be a lot of callbacks to the original, Destiny 1 storyline in this episode. As this is the start of something officially new, even though it's the aftermath of the previous saga. And again, this starts on Tuesday, which is right after the raid is ending. The raid ends Tuesday, 2 days after that or so, 3 or whatever, I don't know. Weeks become very repetitive at this point. I forget what day it is, what day it will likely be in 2 days. I think it will be Thursday. I don't know. And that will be the start of Echoes. So very interesting there. But that really covers it off for today's video. Bored you too long for 15 minutes? But you've seen that we are seeing a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes.